Hi everyone, we have Kusuma here with us today. Kusuma, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi Nidhi, thank you so much for having me. I'm a final year student and I'm studying computer science from BMS College of Engineering at Bangalore. So I had a internship offer with Goldman Sachs, and that recently got converted into a full-time offer after I completed my summer internship.
So, when did Goldman come to BMS and was it pool campus hiring?
So Goldman Sachs came to BMS in July 2019, specifically for the second year students. So it was second year students for the internship, and at the same time, it came for third years for full time hiring. And it was only open for BMS students, and it was open for both men and women. And every department was allowed to sit whichever was there in the campus. So it included CS, IS, EC, Triple E, chemical, and yeah, all the departments were allowed to sit for the placements.
Okay, then the competition must have been insane.
Yeah, I think around 200 to 300 people participated and wrote the written round.
So, what was the selection process like at Goldman Sachs?
Yeah. So initially, we all, whoever registered for the company, was supposed to sit for a written round. The written round consisted of aptitude and technical questions. So half of the round was, or half of the questions were aptitude and half were technical. So in the aptitude, they mainly asked like finding the next number in a series and so on. And in technical, since we were just completing or we had just completed our second year, the main focus was on data structures and algorithms. In data structures, the questions were for, about the trees. And for algorithms, they have asked about time complexity mainly. And after all this, we had 2 to 3 coding questions. So coding questions were of easy to medium level. We could solve them.
So, this
After,
was in the first round, is it? The coding questions were also in the first round only.
yeah, the written round had coding questions.
And
Yeah.
was it like computer based or did you have to, was it paper based?
No, we had to code it in the system itself. So the whole thing, like the aptitude, the technical, and the coding, all these three were in the first round, written round itself. I think it was for an hour or 1.5 hours, this whole written round.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like the results of this written round came few weeks later, and 24 people qualified for the interviews. So interviews were like, for me, it was 3 rounds, and it depended upon actually like each individual had different interview rounds. It was about from 3 to 4 rounds each individual had. So the first round, the interviewer asked me about my personal achievements and whatever was written mainly in the resume. And so it was a mix of personal and technical round.
Mm-hmm.
In the personal, since I had been an active part of Rotaract, and I have mentioned that on my resume, they have the interviewer mainly asked about that. And coming to the technical side, the interviewer mainly tested me, or he wanted to ask me more about fundamentals of computer science. So he literally asked me, I think, everything related to computer science. It started from data structures, asking about what exactly is data structure, then the list, then trees, everything. And after data structures, he went on to operating systems. And he even asked me a few questions of algorithms. And the even the basic computer science questions like what is the difference between Windows and Linux, like all this were covered in the first round. And
Mm-hmm.
after the first round, yeah, even in the first round, my projects, like he asked me to explain about my projects as well. Now, after the first round, the second round was completely technical. The questions were on hash maps, and then I think there was a big 40-minute long system design question. So it was a real life scenario was given to me, and I was asked to build a system upon it and even write the SQL queries for it. After I write one query, the interviewer just kept on adding more and more questions, so it prolonged for 40 minutes.
So DBMS was important, you're saying. Database
Yeah.
management systems, that subject was
Yes,
critical, played a critical role in this round of
yes,
selection.
definitely. The whole round, I think, majorly, if we remove the hash map part, it was majorly system design, which was mostly about DBMS. So
Mm-hmm.
these 2 rounds, I was like asked for the HR round. So the HR was only 5 to 10 minutes, and it was a discussion with the interviewer. He asked me like, where do I see myself in the next 5 years, and what
Questions. Okay.
makes me, yeah, better than the others, and so on. That's it. So only 3 rounds for me in the interview, and after that, I got to know that I'm selected for the internship.
So these three interview rounds, right? Like after the first round, did they happen on the same day?
Yeah, yeah. It was offline, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was offline. After each round, I think from 24 people, after each round, 8 people were getting eliminated in each round. So then we were some 5 to 6, and out of which 3 were selected.
Okay, very nice. So, Kusuma, in the very first round, were all the questions MCQ based?
The written round, do you mean about the written round?
Yes, yes.
This round were completely MCQ based.
Even the coding questions were MCQs, is it?
No, coding questions, we had to code it completely. The aptitude and the technical questions were MCQ.
Okay, so what was the difficulty level of those coding questions? What, like, did you have test cases to pass? And
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
We had a couple of test cases. I don't remember, but I think there were around 6 to 8 test cases which we had to pass.
Got
And
it.
I think in one question there were 8, and the other question had more number of test cases.
So how many could you solve?
Yeah, the first question I could solve it completely. And
Mhm.
the second question, I think most of us couldn't fully complete the test cases. So I think we solved around, or we left actually, we couldn't pass 2 to 3 test cases.
Okay, so these two coding questions, what were they based on? Was it based on strings, graphs, data structures? You
Yeah,
don't.
it was based on data structures, mostly strings and arrays. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I remember.
So what would be your advice for first, second, and third year students?
Yeah. So, talking about coding, first of all, I think right now everyone use this online resources, and they know like there are many platforms to practice coding. So I want to talk about actual platforms because yeah, it is Lead Code, Code Chef, or else HackerRank, HackerEarth, and even Geeks for Geeks is good for practicing coding. But what I did differently was, so one of my friend and me, we used to code together. Like we used to set a particular time to solve a particular question. And then at the end of that time limit, we used to discuss what our approaches were. So in this way, for one question, we got 2 approaches. So whenever one of us felt that our code wasn't that efficient or that optimized, we used to check like what was the logic applied by the other person, and this really helped to even solve the further questions as well. So we knew, okay, so sometimes when we take this approach, it might not be optimized solution. So in that way, it really helped us and to write an efficient code in interviews as well. And one more thing is, like generally, people tend to code on an IDE or an online platform. So they never write the code on paper. But during interviews, the interviewer will just ask us a question and ask us to write it on spot, right? So people wouldn't know like exactly how to frame the structure because they're so used to that IntelliSense and all the online platforms. So one of my suggestion would be that start practicing on paper as well. And there are a few things interviewers do look upon, like how structured is your code, how efficient is your code, and whenever an interviewer asks a question, try to see like if all the boundary conditions are satisfied, and then ask the question back to the interviewer if you think there is any condition missing, because sometimes interviewers deliberately don't complete the question to test how much are you listening to them. And always reply when you to like don't reply just for the sake of replying, but understand the question properly and then only reply. And before coding the whole thing on the paper, first tell them about your approach and speak, I mean think aloud, so that even at the end of the day you don't reach a solution. Sometimes you might just get qualified because of the thought process. So make sure you have good presence of mind in the interview and have good communication skills, because only thinking in mind and not able to convey anything into the interviewer doesn't make any difference. Yeah. So that is one thing, and you should have efficacy, like how fast you code is also really important. So always have a time limit, like this question I'll solve in this time, and try to solve in that time itself. Just don't take like 2-3 hours to solve the questions. And one more thing is, it's not like we have to solve like n number of questions, or we have to just keep solving questions. Just try to understand the logic behind this, like why are we solving in this particular method, what could be the different approach to this. That will be really helpful at the end of the day. Yeah.
Got it. So any other general tips that you'd like to give students?
Yeah, so one thing would be, everyone are like know the technical skills, and even after developing the communication skills, it's important that students even focus on aptitude, because most of the companies these days are asking aptitude, and it almost consists of 50% of the questions which are asked in the written round. So I think practicing aptitude, doing logical reasoning questions, time, speed, all these questions, clock questions, 1 or 2 months before the placements would be enough and would be sufficient. So that is one thing people generally neglect, thinking that okay, aptitude is very easy, they can just crack it on spot, but it's better if we have a practice beforehand. And students should involve, or should join few clubs, so that their interpersonal and communication skills also develop, which could indirectly help them in interviews. Like one never knows what helps at one point, just focusing on coding, or just coding the entire time, or just being like that in the engineering. The better solution would be like, even code, do the technical part, focus on communication, and be involved in clubs, so that you become an all-rounder. Yeah, that would be my suggestion.
So thank you, Kusuma, for making the time and joining me. I'm sure this will be very helpful to the students. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
thank you so much, Nidhi. And this is a really great initiative which you have taken up. And thank you so much for having me here.
My pleasure. Thank you.